Multilingual Module 5, adding a language, and is a final module. Another free lesson to help you become a better coder. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Your continued support helps make these videos possible. And as always, I thank you all for watching this video. Good morning, good morning. It's 4 o'clock on Saturday morning. Saturday morning. Let's get back to our project rather. I think this is gonna be our last one here. Let's select the multilingual. Make a copy of that latest one. Copy, paste. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. We'll see. I think it's gonna be the last one. So the first module, what we did, we added a table named language, which holds information about the language, and then the language has subforms, or not subform, has forms. We call the object name. And then this third module, we add controls for the object. And then the fourth module, we add a subform so that we could update the controls on the fly. Well, in this module 5, we are going to find a ways to add the language. All right, so a couple of things I noticed. Let's take a look. You see this selected. If you were to launch this brand new, you would have issues. Because in this set default language here, you notice we never identify it as selected. We would have issues because when we say, hey, go display this selected language, we would never find it here. And that's what I ran into when I did a test. So let's do that. We are going to do that, and that's real nice and simple. All you have to do is come in here and add the old language is selected. All right, old language is selected. So let me show you the problem, and then we'll do that. All right, so I'm gonna delete this guy. That will delete everybody in there. Now let me go ahead and comment this out, the one we just added, so that you can see what's going on. Save. And now we come in here, we say execute, and in this language, see there, is not selected. So regardless, so when you say refresh, it doesn't refresh anything because it doesn't see the select language. All right, so we know this is a refresh button, so we can do this. See there, it doesn't work. All right, so let's delete this guy. And then and uncomment this one out. Before we continue, I want to take a look at this execute right here. See this execute right here, we want to go ahead and launch this guy. and yeah, that's yep. So what we could do here, we can say we can add another subroutine here. Let's add another thing. Let's call it refresh form, our favorite, and I'm gonna move these guys in here, copy, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna make this guy public. The reason being is because we're gonna add the add language button, and then we, instead of calling the form load, we're gonna call this guy. So, and this one will be called refresh form. This one will be calling from the outside form, another form, and right here, when after we execute, we want to also call refresh. You see where I'm getting at now? That way, when we upload or update the this guy, we want that guy to work. All right. Now I'm going to change his name execute instead of to let's change that name before we continue. We're gonna change his name to update controls. Update control, and then we're gonna update all execute there, and that name's no longer there, so we gotta make sure that we got one, just like that, just like that. So when we update control, it's gonna set this guy the default stuff, and then it's going to refresh, just like the onload. Alright, so onload is going to do the same thing, but when we do this, we want to also do the same thing. Alright, so let's see how that works. Let's see how that works. If it does correctly, after it execute here, it's going to reload everything for us without us going in there. Alright, without us going in there and take a look. Okay, so let's see. Look at that. That's exactly what we expected, and the reason being is because we set this guy to 1. You see there, we set that guy to 1. Otherwise this will not be displayed. Oh, that was without a glitch. That was without a glitch. I know this guy's got select language. What the heck? Why select language? See there? So let's take a look at that. That's in the sub form. Did we not take out the tooltip? See that control tip? You see there? That's the reason why I said that's weird. I think we did it initially, and we just made a copy of each one of them. All right, so yeah, let's take that out. But again, you know, you can put control two text rather on anything if you want. Let's take a look. It should not have any. Yep, that's good. Except this guy, you see, that will be select. Oh, that's object name. That's right. That should be select language. Good. That looks good right there. So that's exactly what I noticed after I ran it last night rather. Taking a look at it before I start making a video. That way I don't have to jump too many hoops to show you. That's one of the holes. Well, actually, that's only a hole that I saw. The rest is new stuff that we're going to be implementing today. That is adding language. Alright, let's do this. Let's pop back to that. We're gonna decorate this just a little bit more. because I noticed right there. That looks good. We want to make sure this guy, this label here is right. See text line, right align. Also, let's move these guys up here, closer here. And what I want to do here, I want to make this guy just a little wider. Alright. And select this guy, make this guy widest. Size widest. We are almost done. I'm going to make a copy of this guy. Copy, paste. This will be our new member. That will be a command make selected. Alright. So if we select the language, we want to make this guy a make selected language. And that's the idea. Alright. I'm going to move this guy a little closer now. Make selected. We got that. Okay. Let's look at the index here, the tab index. That's 1. That should be 2. Well, let's make that a 2. And this should be 3. Let's make that a 3. That should be 4. Good. 5. Let's make that a 5. And that should be 6. Well, all out of whack. And then if we could come over here and change that to 0, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Oh, 5. Alright. Alright, we just added control. Let's go add this make selected control. Let's jump back to the default. I'm going to grab one of the command in here already. See this right here? I'm going to grab that guy. Copy. And I'm going to put him right underneath of that guy. And another one. Alright. So this one will be command make selected. And then we're just going to call it make selected. Alright, and then the next one, this guy is update control. I think it's called update control. So let's take a look. Yep, update control. That's update control. So we're gonna change that to update controls. Good. Save. Alright, let's see if it's going to update these guys for us, these two guys for us. Alright, so let's open it up. See there? Now when we execute, this guy's going to change to update controls, and that guy's going to say make selected. Look at that. That's nifty. Nifty. Ooh. This guy is a little too close. We're going to move this guy up a little bit here. Alright. I'll move it down a little bit. See this form? We don't have the border on the top here. So let's fix that. It's on this guy. Well, what we need to do is move this guy down. There. That's all. That's all. Save. Let's try that again. Let's take a look. That looks better. Good. Alright. So in this one, we want to implement this button and this button. Alright. These two buttons. That's what we want to implement. Alright. So let's do that. Let's add a Yeah. Let's add a form. All right, let me show you. We're going to add a new form. I'm going to change this guy to so we're going to change this header background to this guy right here, and this alternate text, but we want the background one. All right, select, copy that, put this guy up here. That way they'll have the same background name. This top one we're gonna add. It's gonna be nice and simple. All right. Let's put blah blah in there, and then that way we can add its name. We'll call this label title, and then now you can take that blah 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 out. Let's change that text to 14. General center, bold. That looks good right there in dead center. Maybe up there. I think 14 is like that. Let's make this back style to normal and set the back color to our favorite. That's good right there. All right. Now, call this guy, save that. Call this guy a add language. All right, add language. Now we're gonna add a couple of them in here. So that will be that will be the ID. Copy. Let's see how many variables do we have. We need ID, short name, long name. Is default is selected. Okay. So that's one. Copy, paste, short name, long name is selected, is default. All right. This guy right here, let's make this label language ID. This will be text language ID. This will be LBL language short name. Oops, did it move? Yeah, it did move. This will be TXT language long or short name. This will be LBL language long name. Let's move that booger up. That will be. Now we're not going to worry about the its default because we already have a default. So we're just going to need a drop-down list for selected. So let's call it LBL is selected, and then this guy, move him up. Call it TXT is selected, and I'm just going to delete this last one. That looks good right there. That looks good right there. Now let's make this guy like so. short text long, it shouldn't, yeah, we're just gonna make it like so, and that looks good. Let's move the whole shebang over right in the middle like that. It's nice and simple form. All it does is add the language. And then before I go on, I want to yeah, I want to grab one of these guys. The reason being because you want to keep your theme the same way. Alright, so I'm not gonna get into how fancy you want. I'm gonna copy that guy and put him right in here. That looks good right there. Alright, let's make another one. Copy that guy and paste right there. I'm gonna move him right to the right here. I'm gonna make this guy like so. Maybe there. That looks pretty good right there. So we're gonna make this one is called continue. And this one cancel. That's continue. That's cancel. So let's implement the continue, and then we have one for cancel. So I'm just going to type him in. Private sub like so. Now to cancel, all it is just close form, AC form, me, name. That's it. Nice and simple. Now to continue, we'll add the language. Alright, so to continue, we'll add the language. This is to continue. That right there. Okay. So yeah, let's validate this guy. Yep. So we're gonna add the validation here, error message, and then we'll say if is no me short text, short name, then and if, and then we do again is no. We require all this guy right here. All right, and if, and then if is no, is selected, then all right. That's all validation, and then we'll say if error message not, then else. So I'm going to say add a message, say please correct the following. We're going to add the LAN and then we're going to add the message. And then we're going to say give him a question mark, and then say required. That's that. That is that for a validation. So let's add the message. So the message will say ding, oops, short name, and then add a line, carriage line, and then this one is long name. And then this one is make selected with the question mark, and then we'll add a line. We don't have to add a line here, but we need to add one more line here so that it's separated out from the header, like so. Alright, that looks good right there. Save. So before we go on, we need to add these controls. We need to add this form, the object name, add language, and the controls to our template. All right, to our template. Let's take a look at this guy. Yep, that's good. That's good. Perfect. So let's do that. Let's add this add language form, object name. So let's go to a template. The template is pretty nice and simple. All right, this is object name, so I'm just going to copy that booger right there, and that's all we have to do. Change this guy to 1 member right here, and just update that. So instead of doing that, because I don't want, like I said, I don't want to have to keep coming in here and, you know, make an adjustment every time. So let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on. I'm going to copy here. See there? Copy. This is control name ID here. It's going to be similar to this guy right there. Yeah. Yep. So let's do that. Dim, and I don't want to say new. New, because it's going to collide with that one. I'm just going to take that new out, put an I there, and here, and here. Copy. I'm going to put that. Initially, it's going to be 0. You see. All right, so that's okay. That's okay initially. And this guy will be that plus 1. All right. Good. And now the new one will be equals plus 1. You see what I'm getting at now? Now this guy, now all I have to do is just come back here, copy. It's gonna look the same now. You see there? Now in the future, we don't have to come in here and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. all right, it's just going to continue, all right. But right now we got a form called add language, and the caption add language. See there? And that's that's a thing that you have to think about. What do you want to have to come in here and go over this guy 0 1 2 3 0 1? You don't want to do that. You just do one and then just make a copy and just make adjustment to here. That's it. So in the future we're just going to copy this entire thing, bam, and then update our control name. That's it. All right, you don't have to worry about the zeros, the ones, and get your head wrapped up in it. All right. Now let's add the control for this guy. The dilemma I have here, I just noticed, if you put a control there, here's the same thing. If you put control there, what's going on with these guys? You see? All right, what's going on with this guy right here? If you notice here, this is not good either. If you notice, so it's just going to look for form language. Well, we're going to be adding a new form called add language. So that means that new the add language form will not be added, the controls for them. Alright, so this is not good here. I'm just going to take that out. You see what I'm saying now? So it loops through object names here. It's just going to say, hey, if you are language, go in there. But what happened to my add language form? Right? It won't go in there. You see? So that's no good there. It's just, yeah, because it's going to send in the name anyway. And then we're going to validate it right here. Alright? We're going to validate right there. And the ID. Now the index of this guy, you see, if you define index in this guy in here, so the first time around, which is the language name, that guy is 0. The second time around, that guy is also 0. Well, you cannot have 0 or ID 1 and 1. Alright, that would be no. Okay, we want to continue to increment this guy. To do that is real easy. We're gonna pull this guy all the way out from there, copy. Alright, yeah, this that's gonna be problematic if we did that. There. That would be problematic if we leave that new control name ID in here, because this name right here, this object, the file, is going to be executed individually, you see. So every time it comes in there, it's going to set that guy to 0. And we don't want that. We're going to have more than just one control. Alright. I mean, if you don't believe me, you can leave this guy there and find out by adding this second one in there. All right, this guy will overwrite the second one, the first one. All right, so don't want to do that. Just bear with me. Trust me. Now what we want to do is add that guy up here. All right, and instead of just like that. That's all we have to do. And we're just going to copy this guy, copy that guy, or here's an idea. I just noticed too something. We're going to be adding this guy in here. Here's an idea. Let's use this name. Here's an idea. Let's see if this works. let's use that name. I'm going to show you how to use that variable in two places. Yeah, we're going to use, oh yeah, that's an idea. We're going to use that guy in two places. So as soon as he comes in here, we want to make that guy a 0. As soon as it's done with this guy, we also want to make this guy a 0. You see what I'm saying now? So now, this guy will be called up here, you see, and we're using that variable. All right. Once it's done, it's going to reset it to 0. All right, and then it's going to start the second one, which is this guy. All right, and then that guy is right here. All right, so it's going to call set. I'm going to change that to I. So actually, you know what? I'm going to revert back first. I'm going to do mass change here. We're going to change that to I with the selected text. Ooh, this is going to be awesome. You see there? Now we don't have to have so many variables that's doing basically the same thing. You see? Where were we? Right here. All right, let's place select text. Okay. Yep. There. 134. Wow. Now we can use that guy. You see, it's the same way. All right. Whoo. That's a whole bunch of, yeah. These are the things. Yeah, they just don't start getting crazy and start moving things around. I used to do that. Oh, I used to not analyze things like that, and it got me into trouble. That's like 30 years ago, 20 years ago. Sometimes you're into it, you think you got it right, just like I did there. And the second time around, you start looking at the code the second time. We're gonna need that. Looking at it third time, oh man, that's not. Look at it. The more you look at it, the better understanding you have at the code. All right, enough with that. Let's add all our controls now. So now I'm going to do the case 2. So this time we're going to have case. You see there? We're going to add a case right here. And this is what I was saying. If you separate this out like so, you have a better understanding. See, with the case, instead of if then else and all this, well, similar, okay, but you break things down in pieces, and then it's easy to understand. All right, from there, all we have to do is just copy this guy and paste. Let me see, way up here. See this right here? Copy. This guy will be just like that now. So when this guy is 0, it comes in here, it's going to be 0 plus 1. It's going to be 1, you see? And then 1 minus 1 is 0. And then it continues. So we won't have that issues incrementing. So now any one of these are looking alike. You see that they've got the same signature. If you look at this and you compare that to that, it's the same signature now. All right, so even that, we're going to be breaking these things down. I'm going to show you why, how. Now that I'm thinking, we're going to be breaking this down into even smaller pieces. Should we? No, this is good. All right, so let's continue. We're going to add this guy. Copy, paste. How many controls? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 controls. So that's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. And this first one is LBL language ID, and I just say ID. And then the second one, LBL language short name, and then we just say short name. And the third one, and it's not a subform, by the way, so let's take that out. It's not a subform. Ooh, almost left it in there. It would be hanging. It's like, okay, I don't see that subform, so make sure you take that subform out, either doing that or you can just make it an empty. All right, yeah, or you can just make it like that. It's up to you. But what were we? Short name. This one is a long name. LBL language long name. Like so. The next one is LBL is selected. We call it make selected. All right. Wait a minute. Oh, we got two more. That's right. That's the button. This one is CMD continue. And then the display is continue. This guy is LBL cancel. And then this one is cancel. Good. Good. All right, let's see if it does what we want it to do. Hold on. That subform in there. Like I said, you can take that out because it's defined in the class already. That looks good right there. What do you think? What do you think? Let's see if it's going to do what we think it's going to do, or what we hope it's going to do. All right. So we got a language. We're going to have the second one, number 2, for language 1, called form add language. All right. And then we're going to have 18 of these guys. 13 plus 5. All right, 13 plus 5 for object number 2, object name number 2. All right, let's see if that works. Let's take a look. All right, update controls. Let's take a look. We got the number 2. Good, so far so good. Let's take a look. 19 instead of, well, okay. Well, let's look at this. See it? ID 2. As expected, that's without a glitch. We got short name, long name, make selected, continue, and cancel. Look at that. Without a glitch. Good. So that's good. That's what we want. Now, if we look in here, we should have form add language because we updated in here, right? Let's take a look. Look at that, add language. Nice. Wow, that is awesome right there, mister. That is awesome right there, mister. You can take that to the bank. All right, well, I like that. So let's implement, have we implement this add button at, well, I'm going to close this guy now. Close this guy. Have we implement this at add language button here? Let's take a look. Do we have add button? No add button. No add button. So let's do this. Copy. Yeah, let's put that guy on top there, and let's call this add language. Add language. and let's go ahead and open this booger up. Do command open form, and then we're just gonna say form add language. Well, show you can just do that. All right, save. Now we're gonna need this guy. Copy. When this guy is open, the add language. All right, when this guy is open, let's add the onload form there, and then we're just going to call this guy so that it would display all our controls for us. All right, well, that's the plan anyways. That's the plan. All right, let's close that out. Let's see if that works. Good, so far so good. Add. Oh, it's not cancel. Yeah, this would be a command. All right, that would be command. Yeah, let's fix that now before we forget. This latest one right here, the very bottom here, see this right here? It's a command. It can't find that guy. See there? Save. And instead of executing, we're just going to come in here. We know where it is. We're just going to fix that guy right there. CMD. Alright. So next time when we update that guy, it will know what it is instead of add additional one. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not going to remove, it's just going to add it. Alright. So, alright. Let's close that out. Let's try again. See if that cancel shows up. That's better. Good. Oh, we're missing this guy right here. See there? Yeah, that's the title. That's the title. All right, let's do a little more massage. We're almost done, by the way. Well, not this portion. We need to implement the add function. Add functionality rather. So let's make this guy a pop-up. No navigation, no record set, alignment center, yes. Border sizable, no. Make it dialog. I think that should be good right there. But let's add this control right here. Label title. All right, label title. So I'm just going to copy this guy. Remember, it doesn't matter now. You can just copy and just manipulate it, and then you don't have to worry about the zeros and 1 and 2 and 3. I'm going to put these at the very top of this guy. This case right here. Just like that. Control name is label title. Add language. All right. So let's see if we click update. It's gonna update for us. Update. Look at that. See there? Nice. That looks good. All right. Let's see if it's going to display the title for us. Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot a pop-up. Save. Forgot a pop-up. All right, let's try that again. That's better. Ooh, the scroll bar. We don't want a scroll bar. Let's fix it again. No scroll bar. Where are you, scroll bar? Neither. All right, save. Close. Let's try that again. Nice. That looks good right there. See there? That's how that works. All right, now we're going to implement the adding function. All right, so let's see if we cancel that. Good. All right, let's open that guy up. We're going to add the function. Let's go to code behind here. When this form is open, this is what we want to do. We want to say O language as new language. All right. Remember that new says hey, give me a new ID. All right, give me a new ID. And then once you got the new ID, you want to do this sub load default. And then here we're going to say txt language ID equals O language, like so. All right, that's good. Let's do some more tweaking. Leave it right there for now. We want to make this guy a drop down list, so let's convert that to change that to a combo box. And then in the drop down list right here, change this row source to a value list, and we're gonna say yes, no. All right, and now we can say me txt is selected. Yeah, normally we'll say CBO, right? But this time is nah. We're just going to do this. Pre-select the first one. All right, and last we want to make the short name as a set focus. All right, we're almost done on this form. By the way, set focus. What we want to do here is we want to go to the bottom here. Select anywhere here, there, anywhere here, and then looking for allow adding, and let me see, allow addition before right here. See, allow addition. We don't want that. We don't want allow edit. That's good right there. Okay, we don't want this guy to be changed, so we're gonna lock that guy, the ID portion. Looking for lock right here. All right, and we also want that guy to be centered alignment right here, centered. Save. All right, let's take a look, see what it looks like. Add. Oh, I know why. We have not called this guy. My bad. So now we're going to say call load default. Save. Close. Let's try that again. That's better. You see there, number 2, and it pre-selected yes. Good. Good. All right. So when we click continue, now let's go to further. When we click continue right here, and if message is empty, we're going to do this. First off, we gotta set this guy is now no. We're gonna make this guy equal empty first. All right. Now we're gonna say O language. Well, this is redundant, but you can go ahead and do this. All right. This is redundant. This set right here because it's already number 2. All right, but it's all right. That's all right. And then short name equals me. Short name. Oops, that's a long name. O language. Short name equals me txt short name and change this guy to long. And here's a fancy one. Language is selected equals. We're not going to worry about the default. Remember, we've got a default. We want to say if me selected equals yes, then we want it to be 1, otherwise it's 0. Good, that's it. And all we have to do is send in add language function, all right, which we don't have one yet. All right, so far so good, so far so good. All right, so now let's go to here. We're going to say add language, sub add language, and then we're going to pass in me baba you know o language as language. Oops. All right, I'll go ahead and implement this guy since we're going to be working with record set now. Because if it barks at us, we will know where it's going to happen. There. Update this guy. Good. Good, good, good. We are going to need SQL as string. We are going to need O object name record set as record set. We're going to need O control name RS as record set. Alright, we're going to need 2 sets. We're going to need 2 sets. First thing that we need to do is to say if language db access language safe or language, then we'll come in here and we'll say SQL equals select everything from object name where language language ID equals. Okay, we got stuck right here. Before we do that, we want to make sure we have the default. Alright, so if language, we want to retrieve all default items. DB access default exists, default language exists, and this I'm going to put that as an empty for now. We're going to add yeah, let's put this guy at the front. O default language as language. Now we're going to pass in the default language. I'm going to copy this guy, copy, see there, and now we can say default language. You see there, it's default. Nope, it's language ID. See, that's that's the first portion. I'm gonna push this guy over. So if we have a default items, then we want to save the language we are creating, and now we're going to say set object name rs equals current db open record set SQL. See there, if hold your horses, what is going on here? Object, not object. There, it's better. I'll go ahead and copy this guy, copy. If record count is greater than 0, then, and I'll go ahead and say close connection, set dump garbage. Alright, now we need to get each one of these items in here loaded into our new language. We are going to need object name as object name, control name as object control name. So now we can say if you are anything, we want to do this object name. Let's create a new one first. Create object name equals new object name, and then object name. Did we misspell? Oh yeah, object name. That's better. We don't need to set an ID because that's going to grab a new ID for us. But this language equals default language. Nope, my bad. It's not a default. It's a new language. Language, and then object name. This name right here will be all records, not that. Exclamation object name. So what else? We've got that. We got property equals object name, display text. Display text. Good. Now we are going to do if object name db access save. You see there, object name. Then now we're gonna get its members, the controls for this object name. All right, so now we can reuse this SQL equals select everybody from object control name where object name ID equals. Here is the dilemma. When you create it, sometimes this ID is destroyed. All right, sometimes this ID is destroyed. I want to be a little cautious here. Object name ID as integer. I want to go ahead and set the object name ID equals object name this guy. So when we create this new object, we want to go ahead and grab this guy, because sometimes when you save this guy, this object name is destroyed, and we will not get anything in here. All right. So, but the safest thing to do is to say, hey, we're gonna use this variable to temporarily hold that ID. All right. And now we're gonna say, once we save this guy, see, we're gonna have this ID. So we can say equals object name ID. All right. So when that guy is safe, we want to add these boogers, these related items for this guy, all right. Hold on just a second here. Hold on. Nope, that's not where it is. My bad here. So this looks like we only have one item here. Hold on, I'm looking at it. We're gonna have more than one, so we gotta loop through this guy. Do while not in the file. Yeah, as I was doing this, say wait a minute. That's more like it. Now we need to say move next. Oops. Move next. So now we're gonna iterate. Yeah, when I was looking at this and say, wait a minute, this is not the one that we want. All right, this guy's basically it's going to be this guy right here. Object name ID. Object name ID. All right, because we're retrieving this guy from a default language. You see this guy, that's a default language. All right, and then we'll say, all right, now go get your controls. You see from here. Yep, that's good. All right, so now we can say so if that guy is safe, we want to do the same thing here. All right, we want to say I'm gonna move that line to stay consistent. Set this would be o control name or s equals current dv open bracket set SQL, and now we're going to say if o control name or s bracket count greater than 0, then all right, and here's the same thing. We want to say do while, before I forget, not o control name or s in the file loop, and then we'll say o control name move next or s move next. All right, and here we will set the second the control name, and here we'll say same thing here. Set o control name object control. Oh yeah, o control name equals new object control name. See there. And now I'm gonna grab this booger here, copy o control name we don't want to we don't have to worry about the control name ID, because that is going to grab the new one automatically. But this guy right here equals what we set right there upstairs, object name ID. See, this is that one right there. You see, we want to relate this control now to the new one that we create. All right, so we're going to relate these controls to the new object name that we create. That's why it's there. All right, so o control name what's it, next one, we got that one, control name equals control name, and that's the default control name. O control name, what else? we got a control name, subform equals subform name, control name. What else do we have? Oops, pinky. What else do we have? We got subform, we got control name, subform, property. Alright, property. I think we got last one more to go. This will be the display name. Display text rather. That looks good right there. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. The sixth one is being this guy's name, control name, this guy's name. Let's take a look. We should have 6 of them. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Good. Alright, now we're just going to save. Now to save, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to say edit as boolean. And then we're just going to say b edit equals object name control db access. Oh. So we got to try that again. Call object name control name db access. That's better. Whew. Now we just pass in that control name. Perfect. Good. You see how that's going to work now? Good. That looks good right there. That looks good. Alright, that looks good. Now you see this set right here? It's going to be or not that guy, this guy. Object name right here, this guy right here. After its loop, we want to do this. O control name or S close, and then set O control. You always want to empty your garbage. Alright, it's not nice to leave the garbage smelly. That looks good to me. What do you think? We're gonna walk through just a second to follow our logic. So this is how you grab the so the first thing that we need to do here, we want to identify if we have any default language exist. Alright, if we do, then we'll go ahead and say add language. And then we'll say, well, once you want that language is added, go to the default control object names. See, it says default, and see if you have anything in there. If you do, come in here. Alright, come in here and set these object names for me. Alright, go through each record. See, it says go through each record, set this guy, and if it's successful in saving, then what about its controls? Do you have controls for this guy? See there? Do you have controls for this guy? Well, if you do, alright, I want you to save them too. That's what it means right here. And I notice right here, once we save this guy right here, I want to show you something. Once this guy is saved, if all language is selected, then we're going to say call update make selected. Oops. What is that called? It says What happened to my to all make selected all? You know what? We're missing something here. Let's do this. We're missing something here. Selected language. Display selected language. Combo no ID. Delete. Okay. What we need here, we want to have a way to make selected items. All right. Otherwise, we're gonna have, for example, if we add a language that is say that says make selected, we're gonna have this guy and the default one. All right. So we need to update the make selected. Make selected. No, you know what? I'm gonna comment this out so let you see. But sometimes you to see the error, and then it's better. It's better. Then we can learn. All right. So that's good right there. That's good right there for now. We're gonna come in back and implement this guy later. Safe. But you got to know what I'm doing first. All right. So let's go in here. Now we can say right here. Now we can say call language VBA access add language language. That looks good right there. What do you think, mister? Let's debug. Let's compile. Whoa, no glitch, no barking. So far so good. I'm going to cancel that. I am going to cancel that. Right now we have one. All right. Keep your eyes on this. It's selected here. All right. It's going to have another one with it selected, which is going to be problematic. But I'm going to show you. Add. Good. I'm going to say Thai. TH. Oh, it didn't tab to the next one. Oh, let's fix that. Yeah, I'm very picky. Let's make that tab 0. That should be 1. That should be 2. I'm pretty picky, and then that should be 3. Good. And 4 and 5. All right, save, close. Let's try that again. All right, we're gonna make this guy a Thai. Short name. That's Thai. Long name. See this make selected? Let's see if it barks at us. Continue. Ooh, what is that? I don't see it. What do you mean? Hold on. Oh, got you. You see that? Let's make that equal. Woohoo! No wonder. I say, wait a minute. I didn't see any error. All right, let's continue. Good. I think it's safe. We just didn't close it. All right. So let's come over here and let's cancel this, so we can open this guy. You see what I'm talking about here? That's problematic right there. You cannot have 2 selected. What about the third one? Be selected again? How are we gonna know which one to really display, right? That's where I was coming from. All right. But did it add object name for language 2? Let's take a look. Language 2. Good. Object name, we got 2 default. We got 2. Good. So far so good. Let's look at this guy. Well, it looks pretty good to me. Yeah. Well, anyways, it does look pretty good to me. I forgot to oh, we had 19. All right, so 19 plus 19, that's 38, maybe 40. I have no idea, but it's pretty close. All right, it's pretty close. We can tell by these IDs right here. See, right there. That's beginning. Oh, beginning number 3 here. That's right. So object name 1 and object the form name 2, and then we got, let me see, let's count this guy. the object name ID number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's look at number 4. Is there 7 in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. That's exactly what it needs to happen. Look at that. That's without a glitch. Wow. Except this guy right here. Remember I was telling you about? Well, that is without glitch. Well, let's continue. Let's continue. Now to add right here, once it's added, what do you want to do here? We want to close this guy, shut down that guy, right? Shut down that guy. So we call and then we call, actually it's already in there. Oops, nope. Call, and then before we call this guy, you see what's going here. You see what's going here. Remember this right here, refresh form right here. Remember I made this one. I told you that you would see this again. So I'm gonna copy that. I told you that you were gonna see that again. I want to say forms, language. What else? Dot refresh. That's what I was trying to show you. So when we add this, we want to go ahead and reload this guy. You see, we want to go ahead and reload this language, all right, and then reload this guy as well for this guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. That is good. Alright, let's delete this language and we're going to add a new one. Alright, let's delete that guy. We'll leave the default. And before that happens, we're going to close that out. Let's come back in here and implement this guy before we forget. You see here? It's selected right here. This is where I was, yeah. I thought ahead of time. You see, I thought, and you know, my thinking, I thought it was, I'm going to actually we're going to make this guy make selected, and then we want to pass in while I language as integer, and then we can say this is pretty easy here, current db execute. All we have to do here is say update language set make now set is selected equals 0, and then we'll do the same thing, db execute. Yeah, it's doing the same thing. I'm just gonna copy this guy. Copy, and then we'll say where, you see there, language ID equals. That's where that language ID comes into play. ID. Alright, so that's how that works. Oh, hold on, make that guy a 1. That's how that guy works. And now we can say, you see there, I'm just gonna make a copy right here, make selected language. Yeah, let's be a little more technical right here. Alright, so I'm gonna uncomment that, and then we'll say call, and then we'll put O language ID in here, just like that. So if this guy is marked as selected, we'll go ahead and do this. Otherwise, don't do anything to it. All right, don't do anything to it. All right. See this make selected. Do we have one? Do we have an event make selected? double click, bang bang. Where's make selected? We don't have make selected. We don't have make selected. Yeah, let's do one. Let's do one. Design. This guy right here should be make selected, right? Copy. Yeah, let's go in here. We got add, we got refresh, and we're gonna put this guy right underneath in order. Make selected, click, and now we say we're gonna get confirmation first. We're gonna get confirmation first. We're gonna say ms box. How about this? If ms message box, are you sure? And then we're gonna put the VB question mark plus VB yes no, and we're gonna say equals VB yes. Then yeah, that's the easy way to instead of dimension response equals this and that. This is easy to make a confirmation box. If yes, before we do that, there's something here that we need to do. We need to identify if not is null. Remember, you always want to validate your stuff. If that language is not null, then do this. Otherwise, just act like you didn't hear anything. All right. Oops. Just act like you didn't hear anything. So if this guy is null, just pretend that you didn't hear anything, you didn't see anything. But if it's not null, then you say, okay, all right, are you sure? All right, then we can say call language db access make selected language, and then we're going to pass in the CBO. If you pass in the CBO like this, all right, that is considered a control. All right. Similarly to how we set control up here. You see here? See, this is a control. All right. But this is not a control. We grab the first item, the first column from that drop down list. You see, we got to pass in like this. All right, we don't want to pass in the whole control. All right, just remember that. You might scratch your head. Why is that not working? Well, you got to convert it to CINT. All right. Otherwise, that's not gonna work. You don't pass a whole control. That looks good right there. Looks good right there. All right, let's. I think we're gonna be done in a few seconds here. First, we got one language. All right. Now we should have two if we click on this guy. All right. So now we'll say Thai, and then we're gonna make it selected. So currently the English is the selected one. All right. When we do this, that guy's going to, you'll see, continue. What the heck? Oh, he doesn't like that. Hold on. It's private. It's private. You see there? Should have been public. No wonder you couldn't find it. Say, what are you telling me to call? Try again. That's better. You see there? Now, the question is, let's take a look in here first. Perfect. Now, did it refresh for us? Let's take a look. Yes, it did. Look at that. What if we come in here and say, good. Oh, we forgot. You see this right here? It's selected. See how it's swapped? See how it's swapped now? Good. Now this guy is selected now. All right. So we made Thai as a selected one, and we are going to select one of this guy. All right, and we are going to update a couple of these guys. Let's update one of these guys. Let's see. We want the subform of the object name, object control name, which is this guy, object control name right here. Oh, that's ID. Object subform name. Okay, this guy right here. Let's update this guy. Let's change that to let's say sub how about do this to subform. Okay, and let's make samachik control samachik control. Let's see what else we want to update. Popเครื่องปรับ I think that is the translation. Oh, actually, you know what? That's not it. I'm gonna copy that. That's in the subform right here. Subform right here. Property. This guy right here. This is that guy we want to do, but I'm gonna change this back to, which is later, and then this guy we're gonna say show. Show ข้อความ but I'm going to change this back to where it was. This guy is not a subform, which is this one is called update control. That guy is this guy right here. All right, so I made an update. If I say refresh, these guys would be renamed to ID. All right, so let's try that. Look at that. Look at that. Now, how cool is that? Now, if you change this back to English, the default, and refresh, oh yeah, you have to do it. Oh, how come it didn't pre-populate this guy? Oh, let's try that. You know what? Let's fix that. We want that to be, yeah. It did not. Hold on here. It did not populate language. Let's go to the language form. Let's go to language form. Okay. Looks like we need to, when language is clicked, we want to do this. All right, we want to do that. Save. Otherwise, it's not going to reload. All right, let's try that again. I'm going to click. That's better. That's better. And if I select English, Thai, เดี๋ยว Thai 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 เ Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's right. So if I select that and select this guy, I will see the form. So that's how that works. So if you close this guy, all right, when you load up, it's going to pull out the selected information, selected language information. See there? That guy's still there. Now, what happens if I say, hey, I want to make this English as a select text? All right, let's take a look at that before we want it to refresh as well. See, make select, call, and then you know what? I'm going to just do this. And then call, make it easy on my typing. Oops, like so. All right, so if I click on this guy right now, these names over here will be changed to English. Are you sure? Look at that. So that's how you can manipulate your application to different language. As you can see what I did there. All right, so now I'm going to select Thai as my display language. Are you sure? Yep. Look at that. That is pretty nifty. What do you think? I like it. So you can implement this to with any application now. And if you work with different languages, for example, if you code in English, but your native language is something else, and you want to create an application for your native language, and this is by far the best way to do it. So that's like I said, this is easy to well, it's not easy, it's a long process. All right, but as with anything else, the first logic is real important, and that's how we came up with all these right here, this implementation. All right, and these forms. Okay, you only need 3 items: the language, the object control, the object name, which is the form or the report. Now you can do this with the report as well. All right, and then the controls on that form. All right, you don't even need this. All right, now the reason why I put that together is that I don't have to go to loop through second times. For instance, language here. Let me show you. Display selected text right here. If I didn't create this, I would have to loop twice. First, I would have to get the language. You see, I would get the language, and then I would say, okay, oh, I'm sorry. We already know the language. We get the object names, and then I would have to create another record set to retrieve the control names, similar to the way we added here. You see there? Similar to the way we added here. We did it twice. One right there, one right there. All right. But these, oh, well, we could have done it there too. But this right here, all right, will tie everything together, and that's the reason why I came up with this query. All right, but you can get away from that, but then you have to have 2 different record sets. Okay, so and then you just have, you need to add language. You need language, which is this form, and then the subform, which is this guy, and that's all you have to do. And then you can add languages to your application. All right, and I showed you here on this add language here. All right, see how we did that, and it pops up right away. with the information that we need. So we got 2. The next one is the 3, and this guy is not editable, it's locked. All right. So, and that's how you add new language. And it's nice and simple. All right, implement this with your application if you need to. I know there are a lot of people overseas, especially in Europe, watching this video, my videos. So this will be good for you to set up. All right, as many of you guys know, programming usually starts with English, and you have to. But if you're gonna deliver that to your client, you want to make these right here the language. All right, so that's how you do it. Instead of typing your language in there, it's just easier to code in English and convert it to your native, just like I'm doing right now. All right, and as far as the modules and the class module, you only need 1, 2, well, you got 3 here. That makes 6. 1 is a class, 1 is a module. All right, so that's 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we got a default one. Yep, we got a default one. So that's all you need. And that's that. So that is handy. All right, I'm gonna make so let's see if I close this. The default is Thai. I'm gonna make English as my select text. Are you sure? Yep. Update, close. Now this time it's gonna open up as English. I like that. Nice. Nice. Awesome. All right. Happy programming, people. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell. And also comment below, and if you need help, inbox me. Thanks again.